Welcome into another edition of After the Whistle, and Phil Bonatti here with a special guest. You may have seen him before here and there on the airwaves of After the Whistle. Ryan Blank, our newest member of our KX Sports team. Ryan, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Excited to have you join the KX Sports team. I know you're thrilled to be here. 1 to 10, your excitement level of being here in Bismarck and getting things going with us here at KX.
Going against the weather from the winters, I'd say a 10, but I'm super excited. I think that I have a lot of skills and a lot of experience from high school and college that'll translate well. And I'm just excited to showcase my passion for sports, my storytelling, and just my love of being able to showcase communities.
I know you showed up at a pretty crazy time. The spring sports season can always kind of wrap up in a real jumbled mess. And I know the first week you were here was state track and field. From your minimal experience that you had here, what stood out to you most? What stand out to you most about the athletes and the community that you've gotten to know already?
I've only been here for about 2.5 weeks, but just seeing how different schools have such a great community that wrap around them and kind of root for that team. It's that community and hometown feel, which I really love. You don't get a ton of that from being in school at Arizona, but you get that from where I'm from in Overland Park, Kansas. So I love how people just root for their teams. They kind of build around them, and that's super exciting for me, and I love that. And it's going to make it easier for me to make connections for communities knowing that they love their teams.
Tell me a little bit about your background. You mentioned a little bit Overland Park, Kansas, and you went to Arizona State. Tell me about how you got to where you are now.
So in high school, I believe it was my sophomore year, I took a Broadcast 1 class with who became my broadcast program teacher, and I fell in love with it. Of course, growing up, every kid has that dream of something crazy like astronaut, professional sports player. And once I found out that MLB was not in my path, I had to find a new avenue. But I wanted to be in sports, and I love telling stories, and I love being behind the camera, being in front of the camera. So I knew right away that's what I wanted to do. And I went to ASU, got a ton of experience in play-by-play, filming, anchoring, pretty much anything that you could think of.
Was there a moment where you knew this was kind of where you wanted to go? Maybe when your time during ASU, was there a moment where I was like, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be?
It's crazy because I actually knew before ASU. It was kind of after my first year in the broadcasting program, my junior year of high school, I had a lot of struggles with it, just kind of adjusting to like the flow and everything. But once I got my footing down, I loved it, and I knew right away that I always wanted a job that doesn't feel like work. And with filming sports, storytelling, and doing all the journalistic work, it doesn't feel like work for me.
Certainly. I know we all have favorite sports teams. I'm sure people will talk about them. Want to share me a little bit of who you root for? So the people, can contribute or maybe root against you if they're against those teams.
For me, Kansas City, born and bred, so huge Royals fan, huge Chiefs fan. No NBA team, but we make up for that with the Kansas Jayhawks. And then NBA team, I take on the Suns. I'm not like a crazy Suns fan, but I root for the Suns because I was there for 4 years, and I kind of got to see their evolution of the franchise there. But my main teams for sure are KU, Chiefs, and Royals. Those are my main three.
Yeah, well, tough times with being a Patriots fan. Those Chiefs teams are tough to root for, but we'll make it past. Pat Mahomes is a pretty good player in his own right. What excites you most about what you're looking forward to most with the folks here and getting to know them?
I'm just excited to tell stories. I love being able to find those really cool stories about an athlete, about a team, and kind of just showcasing that to whoever watches, to the different cities and communities that are able to watch. But also, I'm just super excited to be able to be on air and kind of use my platform that way to show how much I care about sports and maybe teach people about sports if they don't know that much.
Certainly. We're excited to have you on. You'll be doing a lot of the weekend broadcasts, weekend sportscasts, and here and there you'll see him out at certain sporting events. Be sure to stop by and say hi. Ryan, thanks for joining us on the KX Sports team here.
Thank you. I'm super excited to get going.
All right.